Hi everybody, Lana is here, and today we have a live training about man and money, our relationship with man and money. This is the topic, it's like super hot topic, right? Because these two areas are crucial in our lives, right? And they are connected. You know, they sound probably a bit cheesy when you say man and money, right? But they're crucial and they're connected with two fundamental human needs. A need for love, right? We all need to be loved and love, and especially women, right? We do need that energy. And also freedom. So money gives us freedom, right? Not just money, but money is crucial to be free in the modern world. This is obvious. We can't argue with that. So that's why it's fundamental, crucial topics that everybody wants to learn more about it. Everybody wants to improve their relationship with man and money, right? So we'll see who will jump in today. And even if you're watching this video on replay, you can hugely benefit from it, and you can also engage yourself in conversation. This is what I'm really encouraging you to do this, because when you engage your energy, that means you start to move that energy in that areas, and something starts to shift, something starts to change. Because if you're just passively listening, you can benefit still, but that's so different when you engage yourself, right, in conversation. So I really encourage you, when you jump in, say hi, say where you're from, and when I ask you questions, please take a moment just to answer. What is this for you personally? Because it's all personal, right? It all starts within ourselves. So, and as I said, even if you're watching on replay, still make comments, answer the questions when I ask them, right? I will come back to you. I will reply, make comments, and answer your questions, right? All right. So let's start now. So I had a poll in this group. Now, for those ones who are new, you can, scroll down and see what have been happening in the group, what we have been discussing. And there was a poll when I asked what are the areas of your life that you need help with, and there were like few options, like man, money, relationship with man, relationship with money, or both. So most women who participated in the poll chose these two, both topics. So it's not just a relationship with man. It's also relationship with money. And these topics are interconnected, right? And they affect each other all the time, right? So sometimes even hard to separate them. So that's why I decided to jump in today and do this training. And I do believe you can hugely benefit from this training. This is like a very big topic, so we can't possibly cover every single detail. But I invite you to do this training differently that we normally do things, right, in our life. So what we're going to focus today is our energetic connection with man and money. It's something that you feel inside. This is whole body experience. This is emotional experience, not just ideas, mental projections and, theoretical stuff. So we're done with theoretical. It's not enough. We are overwhelmed with information, rational information. So what I invite you to do, and if you're watching on replay, take your time to finish this training and watch it until the end. If you're watching now and you don't have enough time, maybe find a different time when you can relax, when you can be 100% present, and you can experience it through the whole body, right? And I will guide you through that process, so don't worry. So I invite you to find comfortable sitting position and relax. So when you're relaxed, this is the best way when you can receive something, like when you can take in the information and energetic information. So, and don't forget to breathe. The breath, our breath connects us with life. And these two areas, men and money, they are connected with life directly. So we want these areas to serve our life, to help us thrive, to help us be happy, right? So these are all, this is so important to really be present, to be in your body and connected with your emotions as well. Now, I would like to ask you a question. So, do you believe that you personally can have both these areas covered? Do you believe that you can thrive in your love life and financial life at the same time? Take a moment, just notice in your body, how does your body respond? What do you feel? Breathe, stay present. Even if you know, sometimes when our mind tells us, yes, of course, yes, I believe, yeah. But then how you feel about it? Do you feel like it's real? Do you feel you're living that? Do you feel it every day in normal life, not when you're just focusing on that and thinking about that? That is what is important, right? So when I work with women, I find it so often when women say they have to choose between two. Like there is, from our like early years, we always were torn between two choices, like this or that, right or wrong. You know, there is always like this choice. So somehow it's rooted in our beliefs, like subconscious beliefs, that we have to choose between two very important things, and it's really hard to choose because we need them both, right? So just notice, do you have that inside of yourself? Do you have that feeling that you need to choose, that you're torn, you know, between this and that? Do you feel that conflicting, you know, energy? And don't forget to get engaged and share it in the comments. So also the problem that when we're staying on the mental level, we're always trying to find solutions and answers in outside reality, finding the authority that will tell us what is right for us and how to find that balance and blah, blah, blah. But the answer, like we talk a lot about these days, it's inside of us, right? And it's like, oh yeah, everybody's talking about that, I know, the answer is inside, but what does it mean? That means that you have to engage the whole body, that you have to connect with whatever you're working on, with your body, with your energy, with your emotions, not your spirit as well, not just the idea. This is what it means. This is how we discover things inside and find the answers inside, because the body has wisdom, and I teach that to my clients in my work. All right. So this is how we're gonna connect with the energy of men and money today, on the energetic level. So the first thing I want to invite you to explore is your energetic connection with men and money, how you feel it, right? So every word, like the language has energy and certain emotional charge around different words. There are some triggering words, right? When we feel emotionally triggered when we hear them or when we say them. And they also connected with what that word represents for us, right? With maybe our experience or what we learned about that thing. So I invite you now to close your eyes, relax your body, take a few deep breaths, and I will say that word, a few words, and just notice how do you respond to that word energetically in your body, with your energy, right? So the first word we're going to explore is the word money, right? It's very emotionally and energetically charged word. So just listen to that word and notice what you feel, right? Body sensations, feelings, emotions. Money, 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 money. Would you like to talk about money? Let's discuss money. Would you like to talk about money? Let's talk about money. Money. So, ask yourself, what did you feel? Hey, somebody joined. Say hi. Say where you're from so we can connect. You can always watch this piece on that you missed in the replay. So we're exploring the energetic trigger, right, with certain words, and now we're exploring money. So I invited everybody to close their eyes, relax their body, connect with their breath, and explore, like, how, when I say money, how do you feel? Hi Justin, nice to see you here. Wonderful. So how does your body feel? How do you feel emotionally when you hear the word money? And I invite you to engage in conversation, sharing comments. And I said, even if people join in replay, I can still come back and respond to everything that you share. So how does it feel for you when you hear money? Money, money. Would you like to talk about money? Would you like to discuss money? So how does your body respond? Do you like shrink, you expand, you feel hard, it's hard, heavy, or it's light and easy? What is the body sensation? What is the emotion? Fear, guilt, excitement, joy. What is that? So we want to connect with money on energetic level and see what is that for you personally. So we're very unorthodox approach today. So we're not just working on the mental level, we're working on energetic level as well. So this is the word we explored, and please share in the comments what kind of experience you had with that. Now we can explore two more words and see what they mean for you energetically. And you can do some journaling after as well and write down how was that for you. Write down every body sensation, every emotion that you had associated with that word. So the next word is man. So man, close your eyes, breathe, and just noticing what kind of response you receive. Man, man. Let's talk about man. Let's discuss man. 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 Let's talk about man. Do you like man? Let's talk about man. So now notice how you felt about that. What kind of emotions, body sensations you had. What kind of response. And you can do it, by the way, at home by yourself when you are more relaxed states and taking a special time for that exercise, and explore it on a deeper level. So that will give you so much valuable information of how you personally connect with that word, with that energy, right? And this is how we can dig out all these roots of subconscious beliefs that can, block us from thriving in that area, thriving in the area in the relationship with man, thriving in the area of a financial abundance, right? And the last word I would like to explore together with you today is love. You know, this is something like normally people respond with more open heart and expansion. So close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and listen to your body. Love, 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 love. Let's talk about love. Let's share love. Would you like to talk about love? Love, love. So see, even like the way we pronounce certain words, they have different energy, right? It's like love is so open. It's like like you open your heart, right? You open your energy. Love, it's open, right? Versus other words sound differently and have different emotional response, right? So that is also, you can notice that the way we feel when we hear certain words, it also affects our beliefs and emotions of how we deal with that energy in our life, right? If we would switch towards money and love, we would have completely different experience. And this is what our purpose today is, kind of shift that energy, because there is so much conflicting messaging around money, right? And believing that so many people believe the money is kind of a dirty thing, an evil thing. At the same time, we can't live without money. It's like it's crucial for our survival. It's crucial for our freedom and well-being, right? So if we connect it with something negative, this is what we live in everyday life. So we want to shift that. So eventually we can arrive to the place where the word money can have the same effect as the word love for us, right? And this is when we can start energetically shift our relationship with money and developing more beautiful, healthy, open-hearted, right? Exciting experience, exciting connection with money. Now, I would like to emphasize that you shouldn't really blame yourself for like having those beliefs, because we all have them. This is what we inherit from our society. This is what we inherit from our ancestors, from our culture, upbringing, our family. We're affected by it. This is the conditioning. So this is not who we are originally. Originally, we didn't have those beliefs. We inherited them, we adopted them, and now we live them because sometimes we're not even aware of them. It's like an iceberg. So what is the belief? The belief, it's your energetic connection to a certain thing, right? It's your own personal energetic connection. So usually it's a mix of our own feelings about things and our own, kind of gut feelings and who we are, how we are wired into life. And also it is, somebody else joined. Say hi and say where you're from, so I can say hi back. And also the big portion of that is the social conditioning, what we learned about this thing starting from our childhood, right? So there are two elements in the belief. Jennifer, hi, I'm from Los Angeles. Hi, welcome. Please engage in conversation, make comments. I ask you questions here. We have some practical experiential exercises, so it's all fun and it will help you actually to shift something, to get some real result if you engage your energy in this training. So remember, if you guys knew, you might be interested to take my quiz about feminine archetypes and relationship patterns connected to that. So that's about relationship with men. This was my major area of expertise that I work with my clients. But also I included a question about money. So what is your belief about money? Interesting so far. I'm glad interesting. Ask questions. I will be directly responding to you. This is what And this is so exciting about the Facebook Live, right? So if you remember it, but if you took my archetype quiz, you can see that each archetype is wired differently to reality, right? So this is what I said, the first portion of the belief is who we are and how we feel about things. Because sometimes, you know, we start to feel so intensively that we start to rebel against the social conditioning. You know, this is when we like fed up completely. And this is when, you know, collectively we had these revolutions and always on the personal level, maybe when you were a teenager, you start to feel, oh, this is all bullshit that they're teaching us because they don't walk their talk. And I'm gonna not follow these rules, right? So this is what how you are wired to reality and how you respond to this conditioning, how you discover your own truth. So there are 4 feminine archetypes, and they all have different relationship with men, like a pattern, more or less common for that archetype, and also relationship with money is different for each archetype. And the 2 archetypes are wired through freedom. So freedom is very important for these 2 archetypes, and that was mystic archetype and Amazon woman. You know, Amazon woman is actually the represent modern Western woman. That is, you know, historically women are fed up with control and manipulation, being controlled by men, so they want to be independent and free and take care of themselves completely, right? So this is the financial independence. So Amazon woman is so important for her to be free and make her own money. So this is how she's wired. Okay, good. Amazon Queen. Yes, the Queen is the empowered archetype for Amazon woman. In lifelong pattern, when I'm single, I'm great with... So yeah, so here, when you will go through this training, you can notice what is this, what exactly resonates with you. And what I invite you to do is just to relax and also open up your body and emotions. So engage your body and emotions in the process. Because what we, you know, we usually stay here on the mental process level, mental processing, and we keep working with the ideas, right? But the experience, what really we receive in our life, what happens in our life, like externalized, this is like the law of attraction, manifestation, right? This is how we feel and what we experience inside our bodies. So like by doing that, we can see the roots. Okay, there is a challenge, right? Like you're having a challenge in your relationship with money, for example. So by doing that, connecting with your body, noticing how you feel, you can really track all these origins and all these roots, where it all comes from, right? So then you can change it, you can shift it. Because if we're staying on the mental level, okay, I understand with my brain that this is how it should be, but how the hell I can change that, right? So the change always happens on energetic levels, and you start feeling differently in your body, and you start emotionally connect differently with certain things, like certain areas, like with man, with the money, right? Like you suddenly you feel, yeah, I deserve to have lots of money. I deserve, you know, to have love, to be loved by a man. I don't need to please anybody anymore. I don't need to apologize anymore for having something or wanting something, right? So this is what we're doing today. So these 2 archetypes are wired through freedom. So you can ask yourself, does freedom have highest value for me in my life, right? If you're Amazon woman, right? Now, 2 other archetypes are wired through love, and it's like, it's not black and white, but it's like original, like fundamental thing. Like the 2 archetypes are looking for freedom, and they can't, if they're not free, they can't love. And 2 other archetypes, they're wired through love. Like this is the initial need, like I need to love first, and then, you know, I find a way to be also free. So it's like a little, you know, this is might feel a bit weird to kind of get it, but if you connect with yourself, you find out the truth of what is like your priority. For example, I'm a mystic archetype, and for me freedom is like it's like water. Like I will die if I will not, like it's prior to love and being loved on the like fundamental level. Like I can't imagine. So this is how I'm wired. But some people are wired through love. They need to love first to have that feeling, and then to expand and like being free and explore and do things. So it's like a very deep connection here. So we have that, plus we have all this social conditioning that I already described, starting from our family, education, and bringing social and cultural values, and historical too. So it was building up for centuries and centuries and centuries. That is why it's so hard to shift something in that area, right? That is why, for example, so many people, like the majority of people on this planet, believe that money is something that you have to deserve, and you have to work hard for it, right? This is why people like start building up their careers, climb the professional ladder, and it takes forever. Another belief, it's like to really build up a fortune, to make lots of money and feel comfortable in life. Like it takes forever. It takes years and years and years of hard work, of education, then hard work, proving somebody that you're good enough, that you deserve this position, right? Everything in society is designed this way. So it's really hard to switch it off and start, no, I don't believe in that, right? But this is exactly what we need to do if we want to break free, if we want to experience something different. So disconnecting from that mainstream belief. So you can share also in the comments what kind of belief around money do you have personally? Do you believe you have to work really hard to make money? Do you believe that being wealthy, thrive financially is a privilege of a narrow circle of people, and you don't belong to that circle? And you don't even envision yourself being there? What is your belief, Or like Amazon woman, she believes no matter what, she's going to make it, and she was going to make money no matter how hard it is, but she can't do it. Or like mystic archetype believes the money should be just available somehow, it doesn't matter how, right? This is how originally we were wired, right, as archetypes. Now, good girl archetype believes that she has to work really hard to deserve money and also deserve love. So it's always something like, I'm doing things for others. You have to behave, you have to do certain things so you can be approved, and then you can get what you really want, money or man, right? On La Femme Fatale, the archetype that is connected with senses, that the experience of connection and love is so important. So it might feel boring for her to just pure money making is boring. So she is open to receive money, like from man or whoever is giving her, and she's just being herself. I'm not confident in my ability to. So this is important to track. Where is this coming from, this belief? Like, what is that you need to make more money? And if you look, when we open up our perception, there are thousands, hundred thousands of ways to make money. And some people actually do what they love, and that's actually, for many people, it's a blessing and thing. I'm already doing what I love, but I'm not paid enough. So they don't pay me enough, so I can't really thrive, right? I don't feel financially free. For example, like a teacher in school, right? A teacher, like I know like a friend who loves to be a teacher, but they don't pay well, so she wants to be well paid so she can afford more things, right? But the secret is that you can still do what you love in a different way and make more money. So this is how we can rewire ourselves. We can still teach, and we can still create a much bigger income. So this is what we're digging into right here. All right, so, and the same, so the topic is very large. So the same thing about men. What are your beliefs about men? Let's discuss that. Do you believe there are great and amazing, loving, responsible, reliable men out there? Are they available? Can you meet them like tomorrow? Can you meet them today? Can it be your man? And just being honest, like, do you feel personal connection with that possibility of meeting that amazing man? It doesn't matter whether you're married or not right now, but do you see yourself having that in your life? Right? Because what I hear all the time is like, women say, okay, I got disappointed, I don't believe the good man exists. I don't believe the man, that reliable, honest man exists, the men like cheat, the men lie, they're not reliable, you can't trust men. So the more we kind of talk about that, the more we like put our energy into believing that that is reality. This is what we're getting, right? And these beliefs, they come from our own experience. Oh, Eva, hey, so excited to see you. And these experiences, they come from our own experience, right? Life experience, some disappointing situations with men, right? Relationship. They will come from our parents. They come from, our ancestors, from what we see around ourselves. But at the same time, if you pay attention and look around and see that there are women who have great partners. Hey, love. So happy to see you. There are women who have great loving men, and they do have the lasting, beautiful, fulfilling relationship with them. So why is this not for you then? So this is your personal connection with that energy that kind of blocks you from breaking free, right? Here. Just a really nice man I went first date. What is it? Let's see more. Yeah, so this is also what we do, right? So sometimes we meet a man that we really like, and we get so like overwhelmed with the emotions and the impact maybe of the connection with that person that sometimes we're not even ready to open ourselves up, show up fully of who we are, be authentic with them, and receive them the way we could receive them. So it's like a self-sabotaging, right? You might find excuses not to go even on a date. You might find excuses that you can't completely relax, really enjoy the connection in the present moment. Instead, all these thoughts can come to your mind about, am I good enough for this man? Or he's too good for me? Or maybe, oh no, it just, first impression is always like deceptive, and then some negative side can come out, instead of being present in that moment. So here you are, this man is here and now in this beautiful moment, and just enjoying this connection and being present without like projecting into the future. Like we always like worry what's going to happen next. Like why would we worry about that? The most precious is connection for like in this time and space, right? Enjoying this, and then we'll see what will unfold, right? But this ability, this capacity to be present and to be really authentic, relaxed, being yourself and connecting from that core of who you are, it is completely connected to our like innate worth, whether we believe we're worthy to show up like this, right, in the world with another person, no matter how great they are. You know, do we have enough self-love to appreciate ourselves in this time and place and really enjoy this moment and connection without thinking about what's going to happen next? Because when we have enough innate worth, it's something that nobody can take away from us. It's like, no, it doesn't depend on external circumstances and our performance. It's something like, I am already having it all. I have this value. And just being really rooted and speak to another person from that place, I guarantee you that that man will be crazy in love with you if you show up like that, with this innate worth, with the deep sense of self-love, self-appreciation, you know, like if you're Amazon woman, this is your queen. You show up like a queen, right? How can we believe we're worthy and increase self-love? So that's a journey, right? This is a journey, and some people can do it by doing their personal development work, daily, like psycho-spiritual practices on four, like I always say, it is on four fundamental levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Like embracing your wholeness and embracing your shadow side as well. So to be whole and to have this complete feeling of innate worth, right? And to really love yourself, we have to know ourselves, we have to know our shadow, something that we think is bad and negative, or something that we're afraid other people will judge. And accept it fully and embrace it fully and say, yes, that's part of me and I know about it and I still love myself and I believe I'm great, because everybody has shadow side, right? So why wouldn't you love? And you can actually like integrate your shadow and make it your strength. You can make it your power. And usually how it is, like for example, anger is your power. If somebody has anger issues, we can, you know, just redirect that energy, and that can be like really, you can become a really powerful leader. And that's what for Amazon woman, this is very common. Like she's a leader, she's a queen. And if you have that powerful, intense energy, right, you can redirect it and use it for your own good, so it can serve you. So that is a path of personal development, like integrating spiritual peace, like knowing your roots, who you are on the soul level, connecting with your soul. Like many people are interested now in soul retrieval, like all these spiritual practices, right? Because that is also part of who we are. Loving your body, like accepting your body. And we're all not perfect, but just loving yourself the way you are, and emphasizing everything you like about yourself, and really, you know, being visible, not being afraid to be visible and showing up. And it's also facing the fear and crossing through the fear, you know. It's like you're not avoiding something you're afraid, something scary, you're facing it. And that is how you can increase the innate worth. Like, I'm gonna do this, you know, I'm gonna show up no matter, you know, how scary it is or how many judgments I can hear around me. This is the path, right? All right, so and now I would like to emphasize, let me see, check down, okay, I will have still I can talk a lot about all these things. I'm very passionate about them, and I work every day with women on this, so I have a lot to say here. So I would like to emphasize on one very important thing here. So it's useless, like when we start to realize that the collective beliefs, the mainstream culture, the systems, it supports certain belief systems, certain values, right? And this is what we inherited and adopted, and they're part of us, right? By doing our own work, inner work, personal development work, like spiritual work, everything that I have just mentioned, we become aware of what is ours, what belongs to us, who we are, right? Those archetypes, how we are wired to reality, what feels right for us. connecting with our intuition. Like we start to separate what is alien, what it was kind of imposed on us, what is that we actually don't agree with internally, and what doesn't feel good. So we can separate them, and that is the first huge step forward, right? Just being aware what is yours, what is not yours, is already huge. Now, as soon as you become aware of that, you can completely separate it from yourself and say, I don't believe in this anymore. And this is challenging because everybody around you, not everybody, the majority, still believes in that and still feeds those beliefs with their energy. That's why it's so hard to have transformation, because you go back into your life and everybody lives like yesterday, like the day before yesterday, and nothing changed in their lives, but you got that transformation. And to bring it forward and make it your reality, you have to be consistent with that. So you can't just flip back into those fears as other people have. So like divorcing the mainstream culture. Oh, Natalie, hi, nice to see you. Divorcing the mainstream culture, divorcing the mainstream beliefs, all this conditioning, and really putting the boundaries. This is our internal boundaries with the world. I don't believe in this. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna live it anymore. I know who I am, and I know I create space between these two things, so they can't mix together anymore, right? And that, I know it's challenging, but it is possible. It is possible. And if you look at rich people, that you say, how they live like this? Why they like so radiant? How much time? It feels like those rich people, they achieve so much. It's like they have like 4 times more time in their life to do all these things. And you just work hard all day and come back tired, and then you start it over and over again, every day the same, right? It is because they divorced those beliefs. They don't believe they should live like this. They create their own vision for their life, and they start living it because they're not participating and feeding this collective energy, which actually enslaves us at the end, right? For example, I can give you an example. So I see so many people, especially here in the United States, everybody has debt, like that, And at some point, it creates so much shame, guilt, and like fear, and this energy of codependency that it almost enslaves them, and they start to identify themselves with their debt. Oh, I have debt, I can't afford. That's too expensive. It's not for me, And like, how do you feel about it? Like, even when you hear this, it's like shrinking. It's like pressing yourself into this narrow box. And like, how can you feel free? How can you experience love and enjoy yourself being in that container? So one of my mantras for the clients, that I started to also work with my clients on the money piece and the financial freedom, because it just comes out naturally. So we can extend the program now. And I tell them, like, hey, just say, I am not my debt. I am not my debt. I divorced this debt. It doesn't mean that you will not pay it back, but just don't make it like it's part of your identity. It's not. And you got into that debt because you believe that you have to participate in this collective, energy that has certain, beliefs, that has certain vibration. But as soon as you divorce it energetically, stop feeling this fear, something might happen, you will pay it back tomorrow maybe. And that is possible because I'm living example of that. When I lived in Ukraine, I had 7 figures business. And basically I built my business within like 2-3 years. I made most of my money. That gave me so much financial freedom that as a child I couldn't even dream about it. And actually I didn't even dream about money that much, because I'm a mystic archetype, like with the universe and all the spiritual stuff. But it just happened because I didn't believe that this is how I should feel, or I should feel and I should live, right? Now I am in a different stage of my personal and business evolution, because I'm not selling something external. I'm not selling external product. Before, I was in construction and real estate business, and I was successful and it was cool. I really enjoyed it. I loved having money. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your likes. And it was cool, but still, so when you move to the next level, when you achieve certain things that for most people feels impossible, you start to ask, then what's next, right? It's like, okay, I can buy stuff, I can go to places, but what's next? Is this why I'm here? Is this why I came to this planet? I felt like I didn't really, live my highest potential. I felt like I can do so much more. There is so much more should be available. It got boring at some point. This is what, like, when people get rich, like all these actors, they speak about this. Like it becomes boring, and you kind of lose a sense of purpose. So then discovering another, moving to the next level is discovering your life purpose. How can you actually live and live your highest potential and live your life purpose, right? Maybe helping other people, creating something, like we're creative beings, and making money at the same time. So that was the biggest challenge of my life so far, is to make money with my message, to make money with who I am, just showing up like this and broadcasting into the world, versus like selling some kind of external product, right? It's kind of easier to sell, oh, this is the house, you don't like this house, I show you another house, It felt so much easier for me, because I didn't have, that was not me. I was not kind of selling myself. So now I'm selling my message. I'm selling my transformation from who I am. And that was so much more challenging, because if people, for example, don't like my fear was, if people don't like my message, if they don't resonate with me, if I wouldn't be able to connect with them, I can't really, support myself, because they wouldn't pay me, right? So the fear was, oh, what if they don't like me? What if they don't understand me, right? So that was another stretch, another leap forward. And now it's like, oh wow. And when you find this level, like you live your life purpose, you do what you're supposed to do in this world and making money, this is the highest, like for me, for now, this is the highest level of, living your life, basically. And the same way in love life, like it's not just about like attracting a man and keeping him, right? It's, this is kind of a good skill, la femme fatale, to attract men and they love you and they adore you. This is a cool thing, right? And it is very satisfying. But then when you're there, you want to go deeper, you want to go further, you want to connect on a deeper level and have more amazing experiences together, like, right? So people want to, there is a growing interest about tantra, like tantric connection, and it's not just about sex, it's about energetic connection and exchange. Some people make love, they never look into each other's eyes, right? And this is how we connect the most with another person's energy. So there is so many, it's like multi-dimensional experience. We can have so much more love, so much more connection with your man in your life, that is just like, it's unbelievable. Like I tell you, like in my 20s, I thought it's not possible what I have now. The experience that I can have with another human being, especially with your partner, how deep you can connect. And it's because you allow yourself to be who you are, be authentic, and like separate those, external things that don't belong to you, and say, this is me. This is who I am, with my shadow. And your boyfriend or your partner can adore you together with your shadow, all these sides of you, right? It's something that you might feel is ugly. They might adore that because it's authentic, it's beautiful if you're vulnerable, that you show up with your vulnerabilities. So there is so many things that you can experience if you allow yourself to be free. This is all about inner freedom. You just allow yourself to be yourself. And then you create your own reality. It's like alternative. You create alternative energetic field. So yeah, I'm very passionate about it. Let me see what I wanted to cover. What else I wanted to cover today? So in terms of like practical advice, I would say pay attention what you say. What you say and feel when you say those things. It's so common to say, oh, I can't afford it, it's too expensive. No, I can't do this, I don't have time, I don't have money, nobody loves me, like I don't deserve, like, I hate men. Men are unreliable. So you make those statements. They carry energy. And beforehand, it's for you. Nobody cares. Other people have their own beliefs. But this affects you and your life. When you say that, you imprint it deeper. You kind of, deepening your beliefs that this is what is your reality, right? So when I went to this business coaching, marketing program for coaches, and, there were some high-end coaches who like charge $10K per day, like $500 per hour, like this, even more. So they were talking about this. Stop saying I can't afford. Find another way to say it. It doesn't mean that there were some other extremes when some young coaches, the beginner coaches, they started to spend money on like all these luxurious things that was kind of inappropriate, right? And then they spent all their money and they didn't make any money and they felt like failures, right? So of course there should be some there's some integrity of how you invest money and use your money, but don't say I can't afford anymore. Just don't say that anymore. Don't say it's too expensive for me or something like that. Use another way to say it. Say you might disagree with the value, with the money value of that thing. For example, I don't believe paying like $500 for like just a hotel. Like I just don't. It's not part of my value. I have different values. So I said I don't feel that it is worth for me to pay for this. That's not what I believe. Or you can say I'd love that, but maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. Like find another way to say things, so you don't deepening your limiting beliefs and limiting your opportunities that the life can give you, right? Also, notice how you feel. Do you feel like shame, guilt, or fear when you talk about money, or when you start thinking about money or debt, like especially as I said debt? Like divorce that, okay, what they can do? You have debt. Your credit history will be ruined for a year. You can restore it within 6 months. I saw it's not hard. So just separate yourself and create some space for your own growth. Create space for yourself to feel good. This is how you start. Even if you're in worse conditions right now, in a worse situation, you can always create some space where you can plant new seeds. The seeds of this beauty. Even if you're like 100,000 dead, like you can still create that and grow from that space. Divorcing all the other stuff. Whatever. You have that, so what? So what? Don't let money shrink your energy, right? It should expand your energy. Money, I love money. Another one, something I wrote down, like I was really passionate about, is like, don't live in this reality like you're a guest. Like, for example, for me, as a mystic archetype, I feel I have this complex of non-belonging. Like, I don't belong to this. This is like, hey, Alicia, welcome. Like, I have this complex of non-belonging from very early age, and the mainstream culture was alien to me. So I always felt I'm a guest. I'm like passing by, and I found that at the time I found my own way to, to work with energy and transcend something that I don't need, but you know, I'm here. My physical body, I'm meant to do something. I'm meant to enjoy myself. I'm meant to create. So I'm not gonna ask permission every time I want to create something different than already exists, right? So stop walking in this reality like a guest and asking permission for everything that you do, right? Just do it. You have, it's your birthright. It's your innate worth to be different and do whatever you wish. All right. Now, one more thing about money that I'm really passionate about. Some people, like, it's common to, because of this conflicting message about money, like we all need money and like money is like bad and dirty or something. So we kind of get confused. We're in confusing energy, and this also distorts the vibration of you. Originally, money is neutral. It was actually something positive that helped us to exchange energy, right? Exchange services and products. So that is what it is. That's the truth about money. Everything they created, all this distortion, that's lie and deception. So just remembering that. And then you can also, like when you create this personal space for yourself to grow and thrive and create alternative field, right, of this good energy, of your authentic beliefs, you can also put there the seed that whatever money comes to you, they have high vibrational money. This is super high vibrational energy that you receive in exchange of what you create, in exchange of how you serve others. You know, if you like in service-based profession, like a coach, a therapist, somebody who helps people, when you receive money from people, this is their gratitude. They're grateful. They're appreciating your work. So this money have very high vibration, right? And another thing that if you undercharge, you actually make this vibration drop. If you feel you charge less than your service is worth, or what feels right for you to receive in exchange for what they're giving, you're draining the energy and bringing the vibration down. So it is not about what other people charge. It's not about market system. This is all a distortion of the system created. Oh, we should check what other people charge, and nobody will pay me. No, people will pay you if you find exact vibration in your money value. What feels really good for you, like what feels right to charge that for this. And if it feels really, really good, no more, no less, this is when you get rich. This is when you get money and people will pay you because you will be in alignment with what you charge. So I know that many service-based professionals, people who help to others, they have a lot of shame and guilt about charging because they think, oh, what about those people who can't afford? Well, they have their own piece of work to do, right? You don't need to worry about that, because if you worry about that, you will be one of them. So you give your power away this way. So that is so important, it's crucial. So just creating this belief system when you say, okay, whatever money come to me, they're super high vibrational, they're pure, they're clean, they're beautiful, they're amazing, and they just feed the transformation, they feed the evolution of our consciousness, and they transform the whole planet, right? This is how big you are, and this is how big your impact can be if you develop this authentic, beautiful, high vibrational relationship with your money and everything, all the money that go through you, because it's like it goes through you, you know. It don't stay. You don't like just save money, you use the money. So all this money that go through you, all this energy, you transform it to the high vibration, right? So just believing that will help you to create completely different life, completely different reality, because you will believe in it. All right, so let me see what I wanted to cover. I have a lot to cover, and it is okay. I've been talking for an hour like always. Yes, another piece, a little piece here. Not little, I just want to make it a bit brief and short so I don't take hours and hours and hours. So this is about charging that I said about money. Now, what you receive that high vibrational money, right? Now, how do you use this money? You know, what do you invest? So your investment is also your energy. Like, what do you put your energy into, what channel? Like, do you serve life? Do you serve authenticity? Do you serve the spirit? Do you serve the body? Do you serve love and beauty? Or do you feed the mainstream culture and the fears? There are so many fear-based structures and systems within the big social system, like the economic system, right? And, you know, I don't say these are the professionals who work in that field, it's their fault. It's like the whole system and the institutions created based on fear. And if you like just give it a little thought, you can come out with your own answers. And you can make some comments about it. So what are those fear-based professions, right? It's all about, so fear-based, it's all about creating defense system to defend yourself from some external hazards in case something bad will happen. You know, if we live in fear and just spend our energy, money, and time defending ourselves from potential risks that can happen, some bad stuff can happen, what's the quality of our life? So your investment, the way you use your money, if you use your money to invest in life that serves the quality of life, serves happiness, love, you know, mutual support, creating more space for connection with other people, like real time and space connection, spending time with the people you love, doing something that you love. This is the best investment versus, I can give you an example here, right? For example, some people, like in your relationship, you go through divorce, or like I know some women like go through divorce, and it's, oh my God, it's draining process to go to the court, to, you know, blame each other, to create, you know, to feed that conflict with money, with the lawyers, with your energy, with your time, you know, like, do you understand that you can avoid that? Do you understand that you can maybe spend, I don't know, $50 on your divorce, even if you have to go through this? Like, most people don't even give it a thought, even imagine it. They just believe this is how it should be. Even if your, you know, ex-partner is kind of aggressively, behaves aggressively, you can completely respond in a different way. You can stop feeding that negative energy and the conflict, and save money, time and energy, and invest it in life, in something that serves life, right? So I do, you know, like when I had the situation when I needed like a lawyer, of course I hired a lawyer, but there were so many situations when I didn't even go into any kind of conflict about something, because I found a better way to deal with this. You know, I redirected my energy and did it differently, and then it saved it, all these things: energy, money, and time. So this is what I mean, investing your money and your energy, that is money as well, into things, activities, experiences that serve life, versus feeding the conflict, feeding the fears, right? And you can do some journaling. Just notice, what is this an external system that you see that feeds fear, a fear-based? What kind of institutions, professions, activities that we do, like in everyday life, that feed fear, versus feeding life, connection, like experience, the quality of your experience. So that is important. And speaking about investment, also, like, okay, you can invest in luxury, and some people, when they get rich and get money, they like to buy all these cool things, you know, like expensive brand. And I think it's a good experience and it's a phase, but I kind of went through that. It's not like I didn't buy too many fancy things, but I did, you know, enjoy buying some stuff that I couldn't buy before. But at some point I got bored with that. So like okay, I buy another pair of fancy shoes and I don't feel any difference in my life. Okay, I bought them, maybe it's like an hour of excitement and okay, I enjoy wearing them, but I have a bunch of other shoes, right? So they didn't change my life. Versus if I invest in experience and the quality of life and the connection, then I'm like, oh wow, that really enriches who I am. I grow, I receive this experience on all 4 levels, like physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, right? And that is what is that can be. It can be education, learning new things, connecting with people, like traveling, going to like transformational events, workshops, right? Doing certain things, activities, like I love to skydiving, I love like snowboarding, spending time with friends, right? So personal development programs, right? Business programs, like I invested in a program that was teaching me how to build my business, my online business. So these all things that serve me and my quality of life, right? Versus I could buy maybe Lamborghini. I don't think it will change my life, to be honest with you. So, I do believe that experiences have more value than material things. Because if it's just an object, you know, you can do so much with it. Of course, you want a nice car, but it doesn't mean you need to like spend 100 times more just to have like fancy thing. And it's a personal preferences, and I just invite you to check in with yourself what feels right for you, not for anybody else. All right, so that's basically what I want to share with you today. And at the end, I would like to let you know that I myself, in my own business, in my own personal life, I'm moving to the next level, and I'm very excited about it. And amazing things have happened recently. I connected with new people. I got new clients who are excited to work with me, and I love to share that. And I created actually a program that covers not just the relationship piece, because like women get really good results with my relationship 3 months relationship program, and some of them, most of them actually choose to go for another 3 months, which is more like integration and field work, and we really create something in material world together, experiences and some change. Jennifer, thank you so much. Checking out. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. I'm so happy that it worked for you. I'm so happy that sometimes like one word or like one phrase can just click, right? And this is exactly what we need to hear. And I'm so happy to be of service this way. So I'm happy you're here. Thank you so much for participating. Justin, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Nancy, welcome. So I'm about to wrap it up. So I added to my program about men and relationship with men, I added the financial piece, because almost everybody can benefit from it, and almost everybody can grow in this area and learn new things and transform, become freer. And these two things, how they're interconnected, right? When we are in a relationship with somebody, when we live together with somebody, and we have financial responsibility, like money creates so much, dissonance, so many conflicts in our personal life with our loved ones, that we do need these pieces together, integrated, and work together, collaborate together versus like separating. So now I have like 4 months program for women who want to work on both, and I already have a few women who joined this program. So if you're interested, you're welcome to reach out to me personally, and we can talk about it and discuss what can work for you personally. So,
Oh, Natalie.
You're so welcome. I'm so happy here. I'm so happy to receive feedback. This is like the exchange that I create a wave and then it comes back to me. I'm so happy to be of service and support you guys. And I wish you a great week. Do some journaling. I really invite you to do some journaling. You can watch it again on replay if you found some important, insightful messages here. And do your own journaling. If you watch it again, you can see where I was inviting you to do some practices, exercises, and also write down how you felt. Because it's all about your personal connection. It's not what I say, it's my experience, but you create your own. And I gave you a little bit of like roadmap how you can do it, right? And again, if you need any support, if you are interested in my programs, I only work now on the longer programs with women because I just don't believe one session will really transform your life. So if you're interested in those, you can reach out and we'll talk. And I wish you a great day, and I was really happy to be here with you. Bye.